Welcome back to another video. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending your time and from where you are viewing me from. Thank you so much, my returning subscribers, for always coming back to watch my videos and my new VIP. Thank you, subscribe to my channel. Yeah, today I've come again once more with this amazing lady you see on the picture here. You see Megan. I don't know. People look at this picture. Is it this lady? Is it white or black? Hey, I ask myself question oh, because if this lady picture that we are seeing like this, it can they say it's black. What about me? Eh? How could they say that I God? My own, then they will say my own is charcoal. Because somebody is not even, hey, you can even know that it's black. But just because they know that he's coming from that lineage, they don't want to drag their name in that lineage. They don't want it. Hey, my God. I don't know, kingship and all those things come from Africa. Oh, these people don't know it. That all those royalty things from Africa come from. Which continent in Europe here is dealer or is all those things from Africa? Eh? Hey, until they're asking the baby, which color will the baby be? Will the baby be? Oh my God! See, this life, no balance. This life is no balance at all, my people. This life, that's why I say for somebody who come out to see the person has gone through things. I always say that not all you see out is glamour, not all. Inside there, my mother always say that a house, until they open the roof, and then you enter and see what's inside for you know that people are also suffering. Don't tell you are suffering, you don't suffer anything. Before she will come out to, when you commit suicide, oh God. Even Henry is having depression and all those things, mental health. After the mother died, and now this one again, they want him to live his own life. Oh, camera 247. Photography paparazzi that chasing them 24. Guys, I'll put the video, you watch the video. This is not the interview that Oprah interviewed them. This is another interview. That Gold Coast interview. You people watch and you see. Ask myself, is this lady, does she really have, if it's Serena Williams, that the color is like real charcoal. And that's why people make us to be creaming ourselves, so want to peel our skin, even though we cannot peel where we come from, because that part it not goes on either. I will watch the video and then.
It was a story that galvanized the world.
Britain's Princess Diana has been in an automobile accident.
She'd had quite a severe head injury, but she was very much still alive on the back seat.
I was crying out for help.
And those people that caused the accident, instead of helping, were taking photographs of her dying.
And we had the media, who were completely fascinated by everything we did.
Are they paparazzi in part to blame?
Of course they are.
It was very hard for William and I, knowing that there was absolutely nothing that we could do. We must have been in just this state of shock. For the first 28 years of my life, never talked about it. How is it that so many people that never met this woman can be crying and showing more emotion than I actually am feeling?
It ain't gonna change it, it ain't gonna bring her back.
Every single time I hear a click, see a flash, it takes me straight back.
In a fit of temper, Harry hit a photographer outside a London nightclub.
I will not be bullied into playing a game that killed my mum.
Harry says he and Meghan felt they had no other option but to leave the royal family.
I don't want to be Prince Harry. I don't want this responsibility. Look what's happened to my mother.
The death of their mother in 1997 was devastating for both boys. But was one affected more than the other?
I was a typical young kid running around playing games with my brother and being told, mommy's on the phone, mommy's on the phone. It's like, right, okay, really want to play. And it was her speaking from Paris. How differently that conversation would have panned out if I had even the slightest inkling that her life was going to be taken that night. I have to live with that for the rest of my life, knowing that I was that 12-year-old boy wanting to get off the phone and wanting to go run around and play games rather than speak to my mum.
The next morning, Harry regretted his decision when his dad gave him some devastating news.
Prince Harry actually asked his father, is it true that Mummy's dead? Their children couldn't understand why everything was as normal, except that a couple of hours before they'd been told that their mother had died.
Disbelief, refused to accept it. At that point, I was still, I wasn't there. I was still in shock.
Many people believe that the royal family was treating Diana just as they had done when she was alive.
They're the most cold people on this earth.
Harry's mom thought she'd found her fairy tale love when she met Prince Charles.
Can you find the words to sum up how you feel today, both of you?
Just delighted and happy.
And I suppose in love.
Of course.
Whatever in love means.
But she had married into a nightmare.
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
Camilla was revealed as Charles's mistress.
Following her messy divorce, Diana was seen as a great danger to the royal family. Charles and the Queen cut her adrift.
They see me as a threat of some kind. And I'm here to do good. I'm not a destructive person.
Diana had gotten so focused on trying to protect her sons that she couldn't protect herself.
And she was so fed up of being chased by guys on motorbikes and in cars that she stopped the car down a side street and went running up to these guys and just shouted and screamed at them while they took photographs of her. It was very hard for William and I, knowing that there was absolutely nothing that we could do. And just thought, is this supposed to be the way that it's going to be for the rest of our life?
The whole world was heartbroken by Diana's death, including her best friend, Elton John.
Both of those boys are very special to me because of their mother. My heart sank when I saw those 2 boys walking behind the coffin. I thought that was the hardest thing. I can't imagine at that young age having to walk in the public following your mother's coffin.
The royals put their traditions over Harry's grief.
Both William and Harry didn't want to walk.
When is the right time for them to put on their prince hats and carry out duties to mourn not just their mother, but the Princess of Wales in a very public audience?
Ability, which he's kind of inherited, and I told him that, to make people feel at ease and make them feel that everything's going to be all right. I haven't experienced many people in my life that have that ability. I love him very dearly. We're working very, very closely on AIDS projects with him.
I always wanted to go to an AIDS country to carry on my mother's legacy as much as I can. I don't want to take over from her because I never will. I don't think anyone can. But I want to try and carry it on to make her proud.
Following in his mom's footsteps made Harry realize how much he'd been holding back.
All of a sudden, all of this grief that I'd never processed started to come to the forefront. 2 years of total chaos.
Prince Harry opening up about entering therapy to deal with his mom's death.
Really regret not ever talking about it, for the first 28 years of my life, never talked about it.
Just as Harry was facing his grief, a new love walked into his life.
Both of us have passions for wanting to make change for good.
One of the first things we started talking about when we met was just the different things that we wanted to do in the world and how passionate we were about seeing change.
What do you think your mother would have thought of Meghan?
As I said, we'd have probably been best friends with Meghan.
I could tell that he was totally in love, and I thought, good for you. I'm happy for him.
But not everyone welcomed Meghan into Harry's life.
Meghan Markle is a favorite target of the British media.
His great fear now that his wife is subject to the same pressures as his mother was.
Not many people have asked if I'm okay.
And the answer is it's really been a struggle.
Yes.
For me and for my wife, of course there's a lot of stuff that hurts. I will not be bullied into playing a game that killed my mum.
And when Harry's son Archie was born, something shifted in him.
As every father and parent would ever say, your baby is absolutely amazing, but this little thing is absolutely to die for.
Just that, Archie, he doesn't have a title. I think that's really symbolic of the way Harry and Meghan want to raise him. He is not HRH, he is not a prince.
Harry finally understood his mother's fearless drive to protect him.
As a parent, could I ask you to respect my children's space? Because I brought the children out here for a holiday, and we'd really appreciate the space. As a parent, I want to protect the children.
My mum clearly taught me a certain set of values, of which I will always try and uphold. I will always protect my family, and now I have a family to protect. Everything that she went through and what happened to her is incredibly raw every single day, and that's not me being paranoid, that's just me not wanting a repeat of the past.
Putting his family first, Harry made an unimaginable decision.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle just announced that they are, quote, stepping back from their senior roles in the royal family.
And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. What did it come to? That I would step my family back from all I have ever known, to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life.
By refusing to put royal traditions over his family anymore, Harry did what his mom never got the chance to do. He broke free.
She would be proud of her boys. I'm proud of them too.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have reportedly moved next door to Elton John in LA.
We will do everything we can to make sure that she's never forgotten and carry on all of the special gifts as such that she had. I hope that a lot of my mother's talents are shown in a lot of the work that I do. The best lesson that I learned from her is be yourself. Be yourself in everything that you do, and just give as much as you can.
This is the reason behind this young man's or what he's doing. They are putting the blame now on Meghan, that Meghan has come to destroy the boy, to take the boy out of their kingdom, destroy everything. But this is the main reason why Henry is doing what he's doing. It's not because of this lady. They say, oh God, he's black, he's that. How your baby, when you give birth, how the baby look like? I think it look like, I'm not mention the name, because I'm not one. My people, see, sometimes I just say this life, this life. Those who say I want to enter the palace, so I pray that one day my daughter will marry from this place. I pray my son. Pray well. I also know that the consequences are following you. This one is like a secret code. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Shalom.